Welcome, Sagittarius. This is your monthly focus for July 2016. My name is Tilly, and this is Tarot with Tilly. And before we begin, thank you. Thank you so much for your loving, positive, supportive energy that you send my way each and every day. I send it right back to you. You guys rock. Thank you so, so much, truly. Now, I've got a new style of readings, and it's actually taken me over 2 days to get to this point because they are so long and in depth. But it came through a meditation I did yesterday morning, and I decided, well, let's give it a shot for the monthlies. And it's more of a monthly reading. It makes a lot more sense the way the cards are. I'm enjoying it. I hope you enjoy it. Give me your feedback, please. I'll describe it a little bit so that you kind of have a visual in your mind of how I've got the cards laid out. Now, I've already named the cards on the two ends, okay? And they are your sun cards. And it makes so much sense because when we enter a month, we are feeling the energy of one zodiac sign because the sun is moving through the second half of that sign. And then around mid-month, it switches to a new zodiac sign, and we go out of the month under a new energy. So we've got one on each side. Now, yours is the Nine of Swords for the energy that we are walking into at the beginning of the month, going to mid-month, and then we have the Eight of Swords from mid-month going out into next month. Now I've got 3 rows here for the beginning of the month, middle of the month, end of the month, and then I have 5 columns. So we have a general focus card, we have love and relationships, we have work and career, we have our spirituality, we have our health and well-being, and of course we go out with our sun card. So, where to begin? That's my confusion here because there's so much information here. Let's start at the beginning. The Nine of Swords. Okay, so now this is worries, concern. There's anxiety in your life. You're thinking over a lot of things. You're thinking about what you have to do, what you have to accomplish. It could be there's a lot on your plate. There's a lot to attend to. You're all over the place. There's a lot of little worries, a lot of little concerns, a lot of things that need your attention, things that you need to address. It's filling up your thoughts. You're probably having a hard time sleeping at night. Turning off the mind so that you can get the rest you need in order to have the vitality to address all these things. You could also be going into the past, although I don't think you're going into the past as much as you are going inside of yourself and coming to some new realizations about what you can do, what you can become, what you need to do in order to become, what kind of discipline you need to put into action in your life. And I don't think this is a month where you are going to be very disciplined. Maybe it goes in the next month where the energy starts to pull you down a little bit. You get a little bit more serious. I think this is a lot of inner work that's happening here. In fact, I'm looking at your spirituality, and I'm thinking it's a lot of inner growth that's happening for you this month, because we go out with the Eight of Swords, which is, new perceptions, different understandings about our world, about our path, about what we want to accomplish, what we want to do. Transformation. We don't have, well, no, we don't really have any true transformation cards here. Negative cards. Really, the most that's really negative is the overall energy. It can pull you down. Okay, it can pull you down, but I don't really think it is pulling you down. I think more it is allowing you to grow. So let's start at the beginning. We start with the beginning of the month. Our general energy is the Four of Cups. So it is looking at what we really need to be grateful for in our life and appreciating the things. Sometimes we can get so lost in the confusion of a path forward, or certain things pull us in certain directions, and we can take the people in our lives for granted. We can take situations in our life for granted. We can take the things that we have at our disposal to work with for granted and think that we need new or improved or better or different in order to go on our path forward, and we really need to see of what we already have to work with and what is already beautiful in our lives. Middle of the month, we have the Eight of Pentacles, so this is where hard work kicks in. And it's not just about hard work here. It's about taking ownership for your talents, your abilities, what you do, the product you turn out, whether it is the product of love or your health and well-being. Maybe it is helping other people. Maybe it is work and career. But you're also looking at how to raise the bar in your life. You are morphing, so to speak, into somebody stronger, somebody better, somebody more capable, somebody more determined. And then as we go out of the month, we have strength. So this is the belief, the faith, the strength that we have about ourselves. I think that this is a very strong card for you, because this, I don't think, is working on your strength. I think you work on your strength probably the first half of the month for sure. Maybe it trickles into mid-month. But by the end of the month, you are feeling strong, you are feeling determined, you are feeling powerful. There is a belief in yourself, your actions, what you can do, what you can accomplish, who you can become. Absolutely. Now, love. We start with the Eight of Cups for love. Now, this could be, if you are not in a relationship especially, this could be meeting somebody that is really not somebody that you thought you'd ever be with. They may come from a different country or a different culture. They may speak a different language. They may have different values, different ideas. Okay? This is progressing in love. This is taking new paths in love. If you're with somebody, you may demand a whole new environment in which to have that loving relationship. You may want to be taking it to a deeper level or a totally different level. I think you may be at odds with what brings you security, what brings you love, where you feel that you are respected and admired within the relationship, what you give to the relationship, what you take out of the relationship. And I think that you are really looking at new ways of approaching the relationship. Changing it up in different ways, doing different things, wearing different hats. Middle of the month, we have Temperance. Now, Temperance is our balance card. So we need to feel this balance. We need to feel this security. We need to feel this love within the relationship. And this is the work hard, right? We have the Eight of Pentacles. We're always going to go back at the beginning. The things that bother you most about the relationship are the things that you probably are going to put the most energy into making it better. Okay, now please remember that a relationship is two people and you can't do it all on your own, and so you will never have that balance that you are striving for if it is only a one-sided effort. So remember that with balance, because you could feel very out of balance by doing all of it yourself, trying to create the beauty, the love, the security within the relationship. Make sure that your partner is joining you. Okay, so this could bring in a lot of heart-to-heart talks about what is needed within the relationship, what will give it balance, how to grow it to a deeper level. And as we go towards the end of the month, we have the King of Wands. So this sparks new ideas, new ways of doing things, the aha moments. This is high thinking. You know what really needs to be within the relationship. I mean, really go with your gut, your intuition, your higher wisdom on how to evolve that relationship into something stronger, deeper, better, because you do have the answers inside of you. And if you tap into those answers, if you don't allow somebody else to push you into a different direction and go against what your heart is telling you, you could really strengthen the relationship really all on your own. Whereas with temperance, you needed that combined energy. Now you know. Now you do need the buy-in, right? They have to go along with it. But um, this is high thinking. This is optimism. This is feeling good. So, I mean, you could have those heart-to-heart talks middle of the month, and now you have the optimism that you're going in the right direction. And now you see new ways to incorporate new things within the relationship to really grow it stronger, to take it to the next level. You see where you are going. You have the ideas, you have the thoughts. You know, this could be where you decide that both of you are going to learn something new. You're going to take a course together, you're going to go to a seminar together, or maybe you're going to go on a journey together to open up to new experiences together. For work and career, your cards just get stronger here. I was trying to see what area was going to be strong, and work and career is very strong, but so is everything else. So we have the Lovers for in the very first part of the month. So this is embracing what you want to do, your dreams, your passions, your desires, to take ownership of them, to take ownership of your abilities, your talents, what drives you, what brings in passion, what brings in excitement in your life. Either you're going to embrace them or you need to embrace. I think you're going to embrace, actually, by the cards. Now, we start off with this energy of, and really, this could be where relationships are strengthened. Okay? So it could be through the work you do that actually strengthens the relationship. Okay, especially if you own a business together, or you're starting a business together, working together hand in hand can really strengthen the relationship. And you may come up with some ideas at the very beginning of the month on how to do just that. And if you do, then the high, wonderful ideas are going to really manifest towards the end of the month to see how it really can all fit together. So mid-month, you may be talking about, what if we did this together? You do this part, I'll do that part. We come together, we make some money on the side of what we already do, or to replace one of our incomes, or both of our incomes. So there could be romance here in the workplace, but I think this is more embracing your passions and your dreams, really taking ownership for where you want to go, what you want to accomplish, what you want to do. Maybe it's a promotion you want to go for. Maybe it's time to ask for that raise. Maybe it's leaving a dead-end job and going into something that really fills you with passion, fills you with joy. As we go mid-month, we have the Ace of Swords. So this is your aha moments, this is your epiphanies, this is your new plan forward, this is action. This is taking the initial steps in forward movement of your career, of job, of money, creating new ways of creating money, new ways of stepping into opportunities, new opportunities opening up for you, taking you into new paths. Absolutely. And then towards the end of the month, we have the High Priestess. So this is the spiritual magic that comes in. So remember to be doing those affirmations of what you want in your life when it comes to career, when it comes to money, when it comes to finances, when it comes to job. Okay, because this is the spiritual magic that comes in and helps you, aids you, moves you forward in a direction, something miraculous that happens that just puts you in the right place at the right time, opens up a door for you, leads you to a new path, allows that opportunity to happen in your life, makes it tangible. For spirituality, we have the Six of Swords. Now, this is a travel card, so for those of you able to travel the first part of the month, it's going to open you up. Not so much, I think, spiritually, although you could be going on a retreat or something like that. That would be beneficial, absolutely. But I think through new experiences, new adventures, travel, it opens up your world. Because remember, as we go towards the end of the month, we start to get a new perception on things. And many times we can't get those new perceptions unless we actually see new things in our path. So we may see something the first part of the month that really clicks in towards the end of the month of how to actually go forward in a new way, in a different way. This is with somebody else in the boat. So like I said, it could be something that you are forming through a love relationship and growing a business together or doing something to create money or finances. It could also bring you to new love because, like I said, with the Eight of Cups, you know, it could lead you to a whole new romance, if you're single, of somebody that doesn't fit your culture or is not from your country or doesn't speak your language or doesn't have the same values as you or really from different worlds, okay? That could open up through travel. But then we have the Ten of Cups here. In the middle of our spirituality, in the middle of the week, this would be the full moon energy, okay? This is where you transform in some way to your happily ever after. And it's through spirituality. Now we have the spiritual magic, but that doesn't happen until towards the end of the month. This is mid-month that something sparks you in the right direction. I would think through meditation, through prayer, through being alone with your thoughts, through getting out in nature, through grounding yourself, centering yourself, it taps you into the answers you need. It taps you into your higher wisdom. It taps you into your intuition. It taps you into what your spirit guides, your angels, God, the universe is trying to lead you towards. And then we have the Page of Cups. And this is such a powerful card when it comes to a spirituality card. Because this is the mentor coming in. This tells me that the veil is very thin. That you can talk to your angels and spirit guides and hear what they have to tell you back. You get the messages, you get the answers, you get the understandings. This could be through a mentor. I mean, this would be, you know, you bump into somebody and they open you up to a whole new world through a conversation you have with them. They may teach you new things. They may hone your abilities on something that you've already dabbled in. This is definitely your spirituality growing strong, and you are very spiritual towards the end of the month. You can tap into your angels and spirit guides. You hear what they have to say. And when you're listening to your, you know, you put a question out there to the universe, to God, your angels, your spirit guides, then sit quietly and the first thing that comes to your mind, the very first thing, that's what you have to go with. Don't edit it. Don't argue it. Don't dismiss it. Definitely don't dismiss it. Take it at face value and see where it leads you. I think you'll be amazed by what happens, what transpires, what grows out of that. For health and well-being, you know, you have the Nine of Pentacles, the Magician, and then the Three of Pentacles. It's almost like, you know, the Nine of Pentacles is your new day dawning when it comes to health. So maybe you are already in transformation of changing your lifestyle in some way when it comes to your health and well-being, growing that vitality, growing a healthier lifestyle. This is your new day dawning. This is you saying, no more of this, I'm doing this going forward. Whether it is you're not going to drink anymore, you're not going to smoke anymore, maybe you use drugs recreationally, you know, and you just say, no, it's not going to happen. You know, you're very strong here. You're very strong to make this happen in your life. This could be where you say, you know what, I'm going to bed at 10 o'clock at night every night. I'm going to get enough sleep because I have to be up at 6 in the morning. When I'm up at 1 in the morning still, I'm not getting enough sleep. I don't have the vitality. I need to be more disciplined in my approach going forward. This is also a very spiritual card. So you can actually get a lot of guidance through your angels, through your spirit guides, on what you really need to change in your life in order to really feel this new day dawning in your life. It's almost like you are, well, this is really transforming yourself when it comes to who you are health-wise and your health choices. If you are suffering from something, know that you will probably be guided to a treatment program or some type of medication that's going to help you, that's going to grow your vitality, that's going to make you feel great. And then we have the Magician, mid-month. So this is the magic coming in. So affirmations are very important, especially if you're suffering from something. But if you're just feeling worn out and tired, then your affirmation is, thank you for the vitality to accomplish everything I need to do today. And see how that starts to transform your life. This is the magic coming in. This is the helping hand. And especially, with addictions and stuff, I don't care what it is. We can be addicted to so many things in this world. Okay? We can shop when we're sad. We can eat when we're sad. We can do drugs when we're sad, or stressed out, or living in chaos. It can drive us to things to lean on, or things to take us out of reality for a little while. Okay? This is the magic coming in. This is the helping hand. This is that little bit of oomph that you need in order to make it over that hurdle, to be successful. And then we have the Three of Pentacles. Now, the Three of Pentacles is the hard work. Okay, so whatever you're deciding on changing here, the first part of the month, it's going to seem glamorous and new and wonderful, and you've got this. But then a seriousness kind of kicks in, where you have to be disciplined. You have to stick to it. You have to keep going. This is where you may need a support team. You may need, it's so easy, even if you only want to lose 5 pounds. It's really easy to cheat if nobody else in the world knows that you are supposed to lose that 5 pounds. It makes it a lot harder to, well, it makes it a lot easier to stay disciplined on yourself when everybody knows that you're trying to lose the 5 pounds, because when they run into you, they're like, so how are you doing? Did you lose any weight? You drop a pound? You're looking great. You must be doing something right. It's by putting in the discipline, by putting in the hard work, by not taking the shortcuts. Okay, so if you're trying to lose that 5 pounds, a fad diet probably isn't going to be long-lasting, sustainable. You might lose 5 pounds, but you might gain 10 back, because you try to do the quick and easy way. This is also where you hold the paintbrush to your portal of tomorrow, and when health and well-being is involved, this is making a very dedicated routine of what you really need to do in order to go forward. The supports you need in place, the promises you make to yourself, and to set it in stone and know what you want to accomplish. So if you want to lose weight, then what's that one thing where if I wanted a dress, there's a wedding 6 months away, and I buy the dress a size smaller than what I can fit into, and I hang it over in the mirror, the full-length mirror, and then every time I step in front of the mirror, I see myself in that dress, and it just makes it that much easier to lose the weight, because it keeps the dress in my conscious. It keeps it up front. It keeps it in my eyesight. I know every moment that I've got to fit into that dress. And sometimes that can be stressful. Sometimes you don't fit in the dress. You actually go the other way because it's so stressful, because you don't see how anything's changing. But it also puts you in that dress. It makes you see what you can become. So guys, you might not want to use a dress. But you gals may. So it's, what are you designing your routine to look like? You might want to do a dream board or something with healthy foods on it, or somebody sleeping well, or somebody jogging, or things like this. Reminders, post-it notes around telling you that you can succeed, that you're doing this, that you've got this, that you're going to hit your goals. Put your goals up somewhere where you can see them. These days we have on our phone 3 million apps if we want to set goals and timers, and little ribbons and badges come on our screen if we hit goals. And so we set our goals for ourselves and we stay to the plan. So this is the hard work. This is making a disciplined approach to what we are doing and designing the approach forward when it comes to health and well-being. It's not going to just happen. The first part of the month, we could feel the magic, but as the month goes on, we're going to hit a roadblock. We're going to hit a hard spot. It's best to have a support team around you, and it's best to sit down and really think about what is reasonable. What is a reasonable goal that we can set for ourselves in order to accomplish the health and well-being that we want going forward. Now, as we go out of the month and into next month, so mid-month and then into next month, it's the Eight of Swords. So our perceptions are definitely going to be changing in what we can do and where we can go and what we can become. I think a lot of this energy is dissipated. Okay, the worry, the concern, the being pulled everywhere. If anything, we get a lot more serious, but there's a lot more magic coming in towards the end of the month, which allows us to tap into the possibility of. And so that might be the perception right there. Having a new belief system in what we can do and what we can accomplish and where we can go. So this could be a great strength coming in and working through this great strength. Now it's a long term, so this is where we may feel a little unsteady. So it's good when we were in temperance here and strength and designing our future forward and our routines and whatnot. We want to have that strength and incorporate that strength and that balance in, so that when we start to see things in a new light, in a new direction, in a new way of doing, we feel confident. We know that we can do this. We're not afraid of the hard work. We know that we've got this. And until we meet again, remember, I do love you.